classic in store between the Arizona Cardinals and our home team. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Stopped dead in his tracks near the 34-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Thomas, the man in motion left. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. 3rd down here. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Being chased out left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they're known as the no-fly zone.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 28. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. And if you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints. Second down following the run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go play action now. Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on third down. Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Keith Mumphrey. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. Third down and 5. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Saints coming out now to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now Wilson on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, Wilson staying on his feet. Now he's flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Saints on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. Bucks' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
So out now come the Cardinals. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we will send you across to... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Keith Mumphrey. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. Green.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Ball incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Shift together here from the D-line. Second and 10 now, Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the shotgun, Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. That is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down, here's Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Over. Leopard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And no, it's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, Wilson. His throw at about the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. But how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Haoli Kikaha. Able to drop him for a loss of 4. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a handoff looking right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now they try the right side here. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now here's a carry heading left. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next.